Ooh, in this universe, this review isn't relatively late and is actually the best Doctor Strange review that you've ever seen. And in fact, if you do think it's dumb, it's because you're from a stupid universe that's not as good as mine and you just don't get it. I don't know. So anyway, let's get into talking a bit about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I saw it last night and hot take, it's a fun MCU movie. Yes, it's another one of these movies that can be described as fun. But in saying that, it is kind of a hot take because as I put my 4.5 out of 5 rating on Letterboxd, I saw all of my peers giving it like 3 out of 5 and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's some sort of disconnect here and I don't really understand why. I feel like maybe it could be because it deviates from the usual MCU formula. I mean, slightly anyway. Maybe that's why. I don't really know. I can't really tell you any more like outright obvious complaints about this film. The one complaint that I would have for this film would maybe be that at times it felt like a retread of WandaVision, just with the themes that was going on and Wanda's motivation in this film. It did feel a bit familiar. But that being said, WandaVision's been my favorite of the MCU TV show, so I wasn't really complaining to see more of that. But yeah, anyway, other stuff that I really enjoyed seeing here was some actual horror elements here. This is the closest that the MCU has gotten to a horror film, and that's just kind of cool. Now, yeah, look, it's not going to scare the pants off you and stuff. It's not like super gory or anything, but still, there was a creep factor here, and that was kind of enjoyable. So, like, as we all know, Sam Raimi directed this, and in saying all that, if you're going in expecting something like the original Spider-Man trilogy here, don't. Expect something a little bit more like the Evil Dead movies. There was quite a bit of inspiration there, and it just felt like Sam Raimi doing his thing like he would back in the day with a hell of a lot more CGI. Like, there's some kind of, I don't know, there's some creeps and gals. There's some ghosts and goblins and whatnot. I don't know if there's actually ghosts and goblins, but there's like creepy things in here, and that's just kind of fun. And there's some genuine jump scares as well. I was sort of surprised to find. And there was a lot of creativity in all the visuals and stuff when it came to a lot of these scenes and everything. It was just fun. I don't know what else to tell you. I just thought it was a really fun film. And you know, this film also had like a bunch of the stuff that felt like it was like being, you know, promising and stuff for future films and everything. And it had some elements in there where you're like, hey, it's that thing. I know that thing. Oh my God. Ugh. And look, I'm not the kind of MCU fan that sits there being like, it's a character I know, except for when Tobey Maguire was in No Way Home, I admit. But yeah, that's just not really how I watch these films. I more watch them just to have a bit of fun with them. It's not really that big of a deal. It's not that serious. But that being said, this one kind of surprised me in terms of how impactful it felt for, promising things in future films. And that was pretty fun. There wasn't a lot of that stuff. People are complaining about that as well. I've heard that, you know, it's not a film that's really a huge emphasis on cameos and Easter eggs and all that kind of shit. But that's not a bad thing. It's just a film that is itself and is about its own characters. And that's just kind of a good thing, to be honest. But in the end, it did feel mainly inconsequential. Like, you know, Doctor Strange did his whole adventure thing in this film. And then by the end, it just feels like he's probably going to go on another adventure pretty soon. But apart from that, I don't know. I really have no solid complaints at all, really. And I'm feeling a bit confused. I'm feeling a bit isolated why people aren't super loving this movie. But yeah, overall, I don't know. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is just a super fun movie that I had a really good time with. I don't know why everybody's kind of hating on it. This is like everybody's least favorite MCU movie at the moment for some fucking reason. I don't really get it. I thought it was good. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. But yeah, it was cool. You saw him fight some monsters. You saw him go through a bunch of universes, and what more could you ask for? I don't really know, to be honest. Anyway, so that's about all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and please, before you go, remember to do the things. And yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.